Is that on?
Since starting the first game.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
geez. I didn't realize until, like, right at the end.
Okay.
So is this, like, the intro going on right now? How long does our intros usually last?
Not long, but I mean, it all really depends on where I put the music.
Yeah, and this is the Christmas episode, so it's there's gonna be lots of little bells ringing. I don't know which song. Which song was it?
I don't know. It was one of them. Hey guys, welcome to the Christmas episode. I'm Matt,
I'm Ryan.
and this is the Super Podcast, if I didn't say that.
Well, if they clicked on it, they would know.
I mean, yeah, because the title says Super Podcast.
But it's the Christmas special.
Of the
Christmas-
Super Podcast.
Of the Yes.
Which is a Christmas special this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are we going to be talking about, Ryan?
I don't know, really. I had the idea last time that we're just going to talk about, like, more personal things, which would be going back to Christmas memories and traditions. So I don't really think we don't really have anything planned to talk about besides
No,
that.
this is the most unorganized podcast we've had so far.
We're just going to kind of ramble. We have cookies, we have drinks, we have a surprise gift that Matt will be opening later. Or right now, whatever you want.
No, we'll do later.
We'll do it
Keep
later?
the
Okay.
suspense, not that they can see what it is. It'd be so funny if I just like opened it. I was like, "Whoa,
Whoa,"
what's that?
and then just
Like,
never said
super
what it
cool.
is.
And like no one knows.
Maybe there is no gift. Maybe you'll just crinkle paper and be like, "Whoa, a spaceship."
That would be.
Do you want to start with?
I started last time, so you can start this time.
With like our tradition. Okay, well, let's have a little bit of format. So I'll talk about my childhood. I don't know. Let's say traditions first, and then we can go to your traditions.
Okay.
Then we'll go to like favorite Christmas memories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, for me, when I was growing up, I'll start when I was really young. So, remember when cameras had to be like really massive on your shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
So, every Christmas morning, my dad would have one of those. And it was the big one where it would have to sit on your shoulder. It had a light and everything like that. And you put in the VHS tape and it would record on that. So, usually, for about, I don't know, maybe when I was 4 to like 7 or 8, he always had that. And we were kind of outdated with technology.
Oh, okay.
So like we had a Sega, even though like PlayStation 1 was already out. So we were really behind with that kind of stuff. So we still used VHS tapes, even though there were DVDs. So he would always have this big machine. And I remember him sitting there in like his pajamas. One hand had a cup of coffee, and then the other one had like the big video camera. And he would just watch everybody open his gifts, or everybody open their gifts before he would even open his. And then like he would always do like his funny dad jokes every time he would do it. So when you go back and actually watch these old VHS tapes, you can just hear him mumbling, making dumb jokes, but nobody laughs. And we would always get crazy or wake up really early in the morning. I think usually, like, especially me being a kid, I would always wake up first, which was probably roughly 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So then we would get up, we would go do our stockings, which would take place in the living room, and then that's what Santa would bring us. And he would fill up the stockings with all the gifts and knickknacks and just kind of the smaller things. And then we would all kind of sit around. We all open them up at the same time, because in that time of our life, we knew, like, it was from Santa, so, like,
Yeah.
we didn't have to thank anybody, because we just thought Santa bring it for us. So we pretty much...
Santa did bring it.
Oh, yeah, it did. Or he did. It's a he. It's not an it. He, Santa.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
He Santa.
Yeah, He-Man. So, and, like, usually the stockings were filled with, like, little things, like socks, globes. I remember getting a little, like, it was... Is that what you call them? Just a globe?
Like
the Earth?
snow globe?
Like the Earth.
Oh, like a literal globe.
Is that all it's called? Just a
Okay,
globe?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting one of those, and I still have it. And, like, there were always kind of the more weird gifts. Like, it was never usually anything I really asked for. It was just neat little knickknacks. You tried to move so quietly.
Hopefully it translates over that.
Just a slight ruffling. Oh, that was funny. And then, yeah, so those gifts were never too insane. And then after we kind of did that, I know my parents, they'd usually get another coffee because they were really tired.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get through the day. Yeah. Right? And so after that, we would all kind of migrate to our basement, and that's where we actually had the big Christmas tree along with all the gifts that we bought each other.
Okay.
And then that was, again, pretty, I would say, standard. So it was me, my brother, and my sister, and they were both quite a bit older than me. So their gifts were quite a bit larger because they were like clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where mine were like toy trucks and G.I.
yeah, so
Joes
that would
and stuff.
cost obviously more, so you'd get less. But
Yeah, and like they were twins, so often I believe my parents kind of had to figure out something that they could both kind of use.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like hanging out with each other all the time.
Oh,
So
okay.
like if my brother got an Xbox, let's say, I don't think that ever happened. I think he just bought it. But let's say he got a big gift.
Yeah.
And then they would have to find something of equal value for my sister, so then they wouldn't feel left out. So I remember that was always kind of... Or like now as I'm older, I can see how that's kind of probably hard on them. But I just remember always waking up and me being overwhelmingly excited. And I remember me and my brother, he would always... I would wake him up, and then he would go wake my parents up. But then my parents had to wake up. Or my sister. We'll bleep that out.
had to wait. We had to wake.
Yeah, and yeah, because she was really grouchy in the morning. Nobody wanted to wake her up, and even to this day, me and my brother, we still do that exact same tradition. Where because he always stays the night still.
Yeah.
So I'll wake him up. He always wakes my parents, and then somebody has to get. Well, beep that again. Beep.
You gotta get her again.
Yeah. But now it's going to be a little bit different because my sister, I caught myself that time. She has a kid, so
okay.
we have an extra family member, and then she also has her boyfriend that she's with.
Okay, so now there's just gonna be extra people.
So then there's an extra 2, and then there's the person I'm with. So then that's an extra 1. So now it's always getting bigger.
Yeah.
Before, after we would open up all of our gifts, I'm kind of jumping back in time again.
Okay.
'Cause I'm all over the place. After we did all of our gifts, opening and everything like that, then we kind of have like a Christmas breakfast. And we never really did a Christmas dinner. I don't know why. Like, I guess the breakfast was kind of the more...
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Everything was really slow and it was just kind of natural just to do it then. And so I know my mom, she would always, like, basically cook the meal the night before. And it would... Oh, I forget what it was called. It was like Mom's Easy Christmas dinner or Christmas breakfast or something like that. Basically, it was like hash brown... Or what's that thing called that's in a big dish?
Shepherd's pie?
No, not like a shepherd's pie. It's not a potluck. That's an event. Basically, like a big dish filled with a whole bunch of different ingredients.
Okay.
I forget the name. So like the bottom row was like hash browns, and then it was like cheese, and then there was ham, and then there was more hash browns.
Gobbledygook.
Oh, cobbler. Kind of like that. I don't know. I can't think of the word.
I think it's a Swedish word.
It's like
German.
a hot dish that has a whole bunch of stuff in it. I don't know. Either way,
Yeah.
she would usually make that, and it was delicious. And at that time, that's when my grandpa, he would always come over. And then all the kids would show him all the different gifts that he got. And I remember one year, this was probably a little bit when I was older, probably 13 or 14, I got like my first cell phone. And it was like the one that they would like flip, and I'd had like T9 and everything like that. And I was showing him that. And at this point, he was probably about maybe 83 or something like that.
Okay.
So he was blown away. He couldn't understand that thing could make calls. And so, like, I showed him I could call our number, and then he would answer our phone, and I could go to the other room and talk to him. But he couldn't understand how he could hear me when this thing wasn't plugged in. He's like, "Oh, do you have to plug that into like a landline?" I'm like, "No, it has batteries.
It just works."
Yeah, and oh god, in the past, our Christmases were hectic. So after we had that dinner, then we would have to rush over to my grandparents on the other side of the family, and then we kind of do a Christmas kind of lunch kind of dinner thing about like 2:30ish.
Okay.
So then after we ate that big meal, we'd go there, we'd eat another big meal, which usually consisted of like turkey and stuffing and ham and like basically like a Thanksgiving dinner. And then again, there was more stockings there, and then my grandparents would be like, "Oh, Santa came here as well." And so we'd have more gifts there, which would always and this really bothered me, because at her house, at the bottom of the stocking, there was an orange every time, like right in the toes of the stocking. But at my house, there wasn't an orange. So I'm like, why is Santa giving me an orange at this house, but not at that house? So I was a little getting aware there that something kind of was fishy was going on.
Like, well, you don't need 2 oranges.
No, but it's like in a kid's mind, I'm like, why aren't these adding up? There's something I'm not seeing here. Why is Santa acting weird, depending on which house it is? And then I'd go over. So after we were done with my grandparents, then we would go over to my dad's sister house, my aunt's.
Yeah.
And then
more stockings.
Yes. So she had a special stocking for me because I was the youngest. My brother and sister, they didn't get one because they were a little bit older. And then again, I'm like, these are weird gifts. I'm like, none of them were toys. They were like baked cookies, nutcrackers, like gloves, toques, like weird things. I'm like, what? I'm like, why? I'm like, my house was toys. The other house had an orange, and now I have like toques. Like, I couldn't figure it out. And then then we go there probably about like 5 or 6 o'clock. And then it would consist of a lot more food. And then usually we would play, I don't know if it's racist to call it this, but it's like Chinese Santa or Chinese swap.
What?
It's like basically everybody bring a gift and then put it into like a pot. And then everybody would get a card and they get to pick a gift randomly.
Huh. I've never heard of that.
We called it the Chinese gift exchange.
Oh, okay.
Not Chinese Santa. I don't know why I thought it was Chinese Santa.
Whoa.
What was that? God, I thought a bomb was going to go off. Should we leave that in?
What was that?
I have no idea. All right. What was I talking about?
You're talking about Chinese Santa.
Oh, yeah. What was that? I think it was my computer.
Your computer was
I don't know why.
Racism.
I guess. I don't know why it went so loud.
Your computer was like, hey, stop.
Oh, that was scary.
It was kind of.
I kind of lost my momentum here. So what is happening? Okay, quick intermission.
Okay, this is so. If it's not being picked up on the mic, which it probably is.
Oh my god. What is happening? Stop.
There's random
Everything
beeps going on.
shut off. Connect to the internet. No.
I think it just broke your computer.
Okay, let's just.
This is like long beeps and it sounds like it's gonna explode.
Okay, hold on. I'm turning my volume off.
The first one was scarier because it just kept going.
Alright, so I think I fixed that problem.
Well, we'll find out if we're able to upload this video.
Yeah.
For a podcast, right?
Okay, so what was I thinking?
Chinese Santa.
Yeah, Chinese Santa. Yeah. I remember for the first few years I couldn't partake because like I couldn't buy a gift. I was like,
oh, okay, I guess, yeah.
So I remember I always felt left out, but then my aunt, she knew I'd feel left out, so she would buy me a special gift, which usually consisted of a nutcracker.
Oh, okay.
And I think I told you this yesterday. I have a nutcracker collection.
Yeah.
I have like, I would say 32 nutcrackers or
Whoa.
something like that. Yeah. And each year I try and get a new unique one. And once other people found that out, that was like the go-to gift for me especially for Christmas. So there'd be some years where I just get, oh, here's 8 more nutcrackers. And then some people really got into it. Like, they were like, oh yeah, I found this. It was only $60. I'm like, oh, I just buy the ones from the dollar store. You don't gotta be spending like that much on a nutcracker. I only see it like 3 days out of the year. I didn't even get to put mine up this year, so that was kind of sad.
Why not?
I don't know. I've just been busy.
Okay.
Well, with work, and then this, and then school, and I don't know. I've been busy.
Also, I just realized it's the first month I'm doing podcasts.
What do you mean?
Because this would be the 4th episode.
Oh.
Which would be a month.
Jeez.
So it's not even just a Christmas special
it's
episode.
like an anniversary.
It's like the first month.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you a gift. You didn't get me a gift. Oh,
No.
you baked me cookies.
Yeah, that
was
is
pretty
my gift to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really think of any other traditions.
Yeah,
One thing. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off before you start
I
talking.
wasn't gonna.
I remember on Christmas Eve. Do you remember NORAD? Like, Track Santa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we'd always go over to my aunt on Christmas Eve. And so all the parents, they would be doing their partying, blah, blah, blah. I was not. I was in their computer room staring at NORAD Track Santer for hours.
Tracker Shanter.
Tracker Santa? Oh,
That's
I don't know what I
said.
say.
You use it.
Santa Tracker. NORAD Santa
Kind
Tracker.
of Tracker Santa.
And then...
Tracker Shanter.
Oh, God. And I would go...
Track that Shanter right there. See, now it's going to be stuck in my head.
I would go... Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, they had a world map.
Yeah.
And so I would take the Santa off their Christmas Village display, and I would sprawl it onto the floor. You're just dying. It's not...
It's not even funny anymore.
Tracker Santa.
It's not even funny anymore.
It's not. I look over, you're all red, holding your eyes. Oh, God. Tracker Santa.
Tracker Shanter.
This is Rubber Ducky. Where's the Tracker Santa? But yeah, so I get the world map and I'd spread it out across the floor, and I would have the little Santa from their Christmas Village, and I would place it wherever he is currently. But every time he'd move, I'd run into the kitchen. I'd be like, Santa, and I'd be freaking out. And then I'd grab my aunt and my dad and my mom and everybody, and I'd bring them into the... I'm like, look, there he is. That's where he is right now. And then they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then they'd leave. And then I would just stay there with my maps.
Just
that's what...
looking
oh
at
my
the
God.
Tracker Shanter.
Yeah, and I guess... I don't know if this is really relevant to that, but I was the youngest, like, family member for probably like 15 years. So I didn't really have other kids to talk to.
Yeah.
So it was literally pretty much just me kind of chilling around, doing my own thing. So if I went to like a family member's house, I'd always bring a bag full of toys, and I just kind of go sit in the basement by myself.
Okay.
This sounds sad now that I think about it, but in my mind, it's like a nostalgia feeling, because now I've met different family members that are my age that I didn't even know existed until recently. I'm not gonna say their names, because if they hear this, they're like, "What? You didn't know me?" But yeah, most of my siblings or cousins or whatever, they were all at least maybe 8 to 10 years older than me. One of them is at least like 20 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like all my cousins now are either above 30 and at least in their 50s. So they're quite a bit older. So I didn't really have many people to like hang out with when I was a kid. So I'd always find like little fun things to occupy myself with.
Okay.
And then like my brother and sister, we have an 8-year difference. So I guess now they'd be turning like 29. So yeah. It was mostly just me and my maps and my Santa figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was... I don't know.
Santa figures and nutcrackers and...
Yeah, a lot of inanimate objects were my friends.
I mean, that's where you gotta start.
God, wow. I'm just trying to think. That kind of sucks. I'm thinking about it, like, that's lame. To me, like, that was awesome. I loved sitting in that computer room tracking Santa.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Like all my cousins and older siblings, they were probably looking at me like, "Wow, he is
Wow, he literally
what a loser!"
has nothing to do.
Yeah,
He's tracking Santa on the Tracker Santer.
he's on Tracker Center. Actually no, I had the cat at my aunt's. It didn't like me because I was so little and I'd chase after it.
Oh,
that was
okay.
also another game I used to
Chase
play.
the cat?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd chase the cat.
Because it's like, piss off.
That was Christmas Eve. Did I do anything else on Christmas Eve? Not really. We usually just went there. Sometimes we'd go skating.
Okay.
I didn't really know how to skate until I was like a lot older. Even when I was a kid, I'd always bring like a chair, and like I just kind of lean up against that and just push it across the ice. Yeah. I also didn't know how to ride a bike until I was like 12.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I think I was kind of freaked out. But I remember I got a scooter when I was probably like 7 or 6 or something. And I guess that helped me with balance. Because like when you're pushing, you still kind of, you have to stay upright. And as soon as I figured out how to ride a scooter, and next time I tried to ride a bike, I could just ride it.
Yeah, I guess the balance part, you kind of learned how to...
Because I learned how to stay upright and manage my core gravity in my... Yeah, that was... But once I figured that out, I just rode a bike right afterwards. So that was another lame experience that I missed out on.
Like learning
how to ride a bike. I just got a scooter and then I got a bike. That's lame.
I mean, to each their own, right? You learned how to ride a scooter, so...
I guess. I feel robbed.
Robbed of an entire childhood?
No, not of an entire childhood. Just like, I don't know, maybe a coming of age story. Anyways, let's hear about your Christmas traditions.
Well, I thought my Christmas traditions were busy. Well, they was busy, but not so much anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I think I heard that.
yeah, I think it did too.
Big audio spike. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought my Christmas day was busy, but it turns out that yours was much crazier.
Oh, really?
So I only had 2 places to go to. So we'd, again, wake up. Well,
What age?
I'll start with Christmas Eve. Ever since I was a very little kid, as long as I could remember, our thing was Christmas Eve we got to open one present, which the one present was always
I guess we kinda did
pajamas.
that. Yeah, mine were too, yeah.
Yeah, so we would just get pajamas that we'd sleep in for that night.
Or slippers.
I never got slippers.
No? Oh.
No slippers for me, but I got pajamas, and then when my mom had my brothers and sister, it would just all be matching
So you're the oldest?
pajamas. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. We're just opposites then.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, and I guess you're the youngest.
I am the youngest, yeah.
So,
Oh, that's funny.
but yeah, no, I'd get matching pajamas with them, and then
Like,
that'd pretty much.
you would match your siblings?
Well, because it would be the gift that we open on Christmas Eve, and it would just be the same.
So were you guys like completely... Like, in my mind, I'm picturing you like all in plaid for some reason. But it was all the exact same pajamas, just smaller?
I mean, a few years we've had plaid, but switched every...
But you guys all matched.
Yeah.
I love that. I like
So
that.
then we'd wake up early in the morning, and we would do our stockings as well, which our place was the only place with stockings. So that's why I found it weird that you had a stocking. You had a stocking at
Everywhere.
your place
Oh.
and your grandma's place and your auntie's place.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. That is weird.
Because, yeah, no, I just had it in the one place. So we would do our stockings, and then we would open our gifts, which wouldn't take too long, because I would just tear through it. But then we'd have a Christmas breakfast, which would be like either French toast with a bunch of different stuff. French
Sausages
toast, yeah.
and bacon and whatever.
Yeah, very classic breakfast.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt. When you guys would open Christmas gifts, did you like do it one at a time and watch each other open it, or did you guys just all go ham on your own things?
I think we originally waited for each other, but as they got older, it just became chaos, and everyone would tear everything open, and we'd show our stuff off at the end.
Because, like, for me, in my family, we basically, like, let's say everybody had gifts. We would count who had the most gifts, and then they would have to go first. Because then it would go in a circle.
Yeah.
And we would watch each person open the gift. And then we only stopped doing that now since there's, like, 3 extra people. So we're like, it just takes too much time.
Well, yeah, it would probably take an hour or two.
But it kind of, like, for me personally, I don't like that. Because that was almost like a tradition kind of ruined. But I never said anything. And because I understand, like, they want to get it going. But
yeah. But, like, that was a thing that you would do. Yeah, we didn't really have any crazy traditions. I guess before, well, I guess it's everyone's tradition is the night before, again, we'd open up a gift and then we would watch the NORAD.
Oh, you guys did too?
Yeah.
Well, on Christmas. Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm getting confused.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, yeah.
And we would throw on a Christmas movie, so it'd probably be like The Grinch or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for us.
Is it like the cartoon versions or the...
It was the cartoon version until the live-action version came.
Of Jim Carrey, I'm guessing? Not Rudolph. Is there a live-action Rudolph?
No.
No? Okay. That'd be horrible.
I don't know how that would work. I remember one time, I don't know what was happening, because I remember as a kid, I was at my grandparents' place, and it was getting pretty late and I was still up. So my prediction is that my grandpa or something went over to the roof in a different room and, like, hit the roof.
Like from the outside or from the inside?
From the inside.
Oh.
So in a different room, it would sound like someone's on the roof.
Really?
Yeah, so when I was up that late, that happened, and they'd be like, "Oh, Santa's coming! Like, quick, go to bed, quick!" And then they'd put me into bed and they're like, "Pretend you're sleeping," and then that would obviously make me go to sleep.
Oh, wow!
And that way it'd be done.
That's awesome! Oh my God, do my parents? The only thing I remember my parents kind of doing with that is with my dad's, like, Christmas. With his work, they would have, like, a kid's
you better
Christmas.
get to bed or your Santa will kick your ass.
No. His work always sponsored, like, a kid's Christmas little event or whatever.
Okay.
And so one of the years they gave us, they were called magic reindeer food. And it was like, you opened it, it was like a mix of seeds and, like, grain and, like it was actual food. And so what you had to do is sprinkle it on your yard on Christmas Eve. And so the reindeer would eat it when they come to visit your house.
Yeah.
I remember waking up the next day and there were so many, like, animal footprints on the yard. So even to this day, I'm a little confused. I don't know if that food actually attracted, like, rabbits and stuff, and they
attracted
left the marks.
reindeers, Ryan.
Yes. Or was it just like my dad with, like, a broomstick making footsteps in the snow.
What is happening?
But I remember that experience really, like, made me believe in Santa for, like, 5 more years.
It was like, whoa.
I'm like, whoa, like, there's proof. Like, oh.
Yeah, no, I just distinctly remember hearing Santa on the roof and, like, rushing to bed.
That's awesome. I love that. Oh my God. That's the coolest thing.
See, I don't really know what happened, but I'm guessing it was my grandpa just...
I like that.
Roof.
That's cute. Oh my God. You just reminded me of something my grandpa did.
Oh.
And I remember I was scared that when it happened.
What did he do?
So, like, he had a Santa suit.
Yeah.
And so on Christmas Eve, when we were there for dinner or whatever, he came in dressed up as Santa. And I don't know why I was thinking this. I was in my bare feet. And I was terrified of letting Santa see my bare feet. I don't know why. I don't know what was going through my brain, but I didn't want him to look at my feet.
Does he have like something going on? Or?
I don't know. And I remember being like 5 or 6 during this time. But I remember, like, I was sitting on my mom's like lap or whatever, and I just shoved my feet right into the couch because I didn't want him to look at my feet. And so I wouldn't get up, I wouldn't see him, I wouldn't do anything. Not because I was scared of Santa, but I was scared of Santa looking at my toes. So he had to come over to me. He gave me like a little fire truck and like candy and like a couple little early gifts and toys and stuff. And like he had the Santa hat on, the big fake white beard, and doing that. And I loved him, but I didn't want him to look at my feet.
Santa ain't looking at my feet today.
I don't get it. Even to this day, I don't understand what was going through my mind on why I was so worried about him seeing my feet.
See, I imagine, of course, YouTube has ads now. Because when you were telling me that story, I was imagining you being that kid there.
No, I was not. Oh my god. I was not scared at all.
Oh, wait, what?
Like, I wasn't scared of him at all. I just didn't want him to see my bare feet.
Oh, okay. Because the way I was picturing it is that Santa comes in and he's like, ah!
No, I wasn't freaking out. It's just, I was nervous and scared if he were to see my feet. I don't know if he'd be, like, maybe mad that I wasn't wearing socks or something.
It's like Santa always wears socks. What are you doing?
Yeah. But because, like, when you're a kid, you see Santa as, like, this, almost like not like a god, but like as like some kind of weird traveler, and like he's special. So I'm like, I didn't want him to see my feet. I don't know. It sounds
this is very weird.
It sounds so stupid, but I don't know. I remember being that's stupid. I'm dumb.
You see, I haven't had anything like that happen with me, where like I've been scared of Santa seeing anything of mine.
I'm scared Santa's gonna see my dick.
Whoa. Santa's always watching though,
yeah.
So.
That actually freaked me out too.
That one?
Yeah. I'm like, what if he's watching me like poop? And, like showering and stuff like that.
I mean, Santa's like, Santa's just, you better lather that body right
on
the naughty list. Unless you're already on the naughty list.
Yeah, I already am on the naughty list. How clean I'm getting. Oh, God. Continue with your traditions, though. I kind of derailed that.
Can't really think of any other crazy traditions that we have. It's just we would always have our Christmas at our house, and then of course the breakfast and all that, and then we'd go to my grandparents, and then we'd do the stuff there, and then we'd have a full dinner as well there, and then that would pretty much be it. There was nothing really crazy going on. We'd just be traveling between my place and my grandparents' place.
Okay, then I'll ask, what is, I don't know, let's not say your favorite gift, but what is like the most memorable thing that you received?
Well, it would probably be one of the most memorable is, well, I guess it was around the time too, because a little background about me is that I had a stroke. I mean, you know that, I think.
I did not know this.
No? Oh. No. Yeah, so I had I had a stroke when I was 4 years old.
Really? I did not know that.
Or close-ish to Christmas.
Well, what caused it?
Don't know.
It just happened?
Yeah, which is why my hand shakes.
Yeah, I never knew that.
But,
honestly, I don't know if this is going to make me sound stupid. I didn't even know your hand shook until we went to that game night at, what was it? Recently.
Oh, like the one that just...
No, when we went to the Matrix.
Oh, really?
Because you said something where you're like, oh, I need to play with a controller.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
Why? And you're like, oh, it's because my hand. And then you, like, showed me. I'm like, whoa. Like, I had just never realized. And...
Yeah, I know. So my most memorable would probably be...
That?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that gift. I'm like, wow, all right.
No, I got a trip to Disneyland. as like, hey, you survived, and
Like, whoa, from like your parents or from the hospital or from what?
from my family. They
Oh, okay.
decided I'm out of the hospital. It's around, well, it was after Christmas time at this point, and then we went to Disneyland.
You survived.
Hey, you're alive.
I'm sorry, that just hit me when you said you survived. Oh, that's horrible. I love it.
I mean, I guess it's not wrong because I
No.
did survive. I'm here.
No, I get that. It's just the thought of your parents coming up to be like, "Oh, you survived. We're going to Disneyland."
Just like disappointed, like, fuck, now I have to get home on the trip. But yeah, so that was my most memorable gift.
Yeah,
How about you?
that would do it. Okay, what would be mine?
No, that's why I asked you.
The one that keeps coming to mind is, it's not gonna be as interesting as your "I almost died" story, but I got a Wowie robot. Remember those? The little
Yeah.
I got one of those,
That's what you got.
and I remember I played with that thing for months and months and months, and I remember the controller had like 40 buttons or something on that, and then you could click up one button and it'd make all those buttons do one certain thing, and then if you click it again it would do another different thing.
Oh, okay.
So then there was like 180 different combinations of stuff that you could do, and I just remember like I would go through each and every combination to see what this robot could do. And I remember it came with a little plastic cup, like just a little crappy light one, and one of the little goals I made for myself is I had to make the robot like bend over, pick up the cup with one hand, then walk over to like some army guys that I
Yeah.
set up and throw the cup at them and try and knock them all over. So
Oh, that's complex.
it was really complex, and I remember I got him like different things to pick up, so like actual like plastic cups from the cupboard, maybe like a bouncy ball or something. And I don't know, I just remember playing with that thing a lot.
Any other memorable gifts?
Oh jeez, I feel bad because I'm like, you gain so many gifts,
Yeah.
and like I feel bad because I can only remember certain ones.
Well, yeah, because like I at least get 10 gifts from one place a year.
Oh jeez.
So that'd be 20 gifts a year. 24 years.
Yeah, they really do add up. This is something weird. I don't know why I remember this. So I got a gift, and it was something really big. Oh, it was, you know those Nerf guns?
Oh, yeah.
So at this time, I was getting a little bit older. I might have been like 9 or 10 or something. They got me one of the Nerf Gatling guns. So
Oh,
it
okay,
actually
I
had
know
a
that
chain of bullets, and like the empty bullets would fall out of the side. And like it had like a tripod so you could lie down and like just pelt people. And me being little, I actually had to stand up and like Rambo it. Or not Rambo, Predator, like
Oh, yeah,
like
it
the
was-
big Gatling gun thing. And I didn't care about that. I cared about a bouncy ball that Santa brought me. And it was there was 2 of them. One of them was a little fat Santa, and he had like a little bag thrown over his shoulder, but it was like kind of like almost like a sumo wrestler, kind of a little round guy.
Oh, okay.
There was that, and then the same thing as Rudolph. I cared about those way more than I cared about anything else. I don't know why, but there were these little bouncy balls. They were cute. They were Christmas themed, and I had 2 of them. So I'm like, I could bounce them off the walls. I could throw them down the stairs and then bounce back up. And I could go outside. I could play with these things. And I remember when my grandpa came over, my dad was like, "Oh, Ryan, why don't you go show him your new toy?" I'm like, "Okay." And so I run downstairs and I bring up the 2 bouncy balls. He's like, "No." He's like, "The big Nerf Gatling gun that."
You're like,
that.
oh, okay.
I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "Okay." I don't know why. I cared way more about the bouncy balls. It's just,
I don't know.
I don't. Maybe it was just because it was like simple. And, like, I don't know. Like, it was just. It wasn't like having fun with a toy. It was me having fun, but then there was just a ball related to it. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I just remember that. Really weird. Because it's definitely not a I went to Disneyland
like,
kind of thing. It's just...
It's like bouncy balls.
And my parents told me that they got that like from the dollar store or something like that. Like, it was just a little nothing gift that they just kind of threw in with everything else. And that's what I cared the most about. And I was super sad when I lost one. Because I remember I bring them... Oh my god, I bring them to school for show and tell.
Yeah.
Because everybody was supposed to bring one of the gifts you got for Christmas. I bring my balls. I bring my bouncy balls. Yeah.
That year, my balls dropped.
I showed my whole class my balls. They didn't like them.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there any other gifts that you kind of remember?
I mean, there's...
Like actual gifts, not Florida gift?
Oh, that was Anaheim.
Anaheim?
Anaheim, California.
What? Oh, did you go to Disneyland or Disney World?
Disneyland.
What's the difference?
Disney World is big.
Was Disneyland not big?
Well, it's big, but it's not... It's different. There's differences between the two. The rides are fairly...
I honestly
similar,
thought
but
they were the same thing.
No.
What?
It's a different castle there, too.
What?
Yeah.
So there's 2 amusement parks.
Yeah.
Since when?
Since
Always? Like...
Always. Plus, there's a Disneyland Japan.
Okay, I knew about that one.
There's a Disneyland Europe or Germany or something somewhere in that area.
But these 2 Disneylands both are in the States.
Yeah.
Weird.
So there's
Or
a Disneyland
Disney World,
and a
I guess.
Disney World in the U.S.
Oh my god. I honestly thought they were both the same
And
thing.
then I recently went to Disney World.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. No, now I have like so many conversations are coming back to me on like where I would say Disneyland and be like, no, Disney World. I'm like, okay. But I guess they were actually correcting me because I was saying the wrong place.
Okay,
I
so
thought
you
they were
just thought
correcting me.
The same thing.
Yeah.
But just like whatever you want to say.
I thought it was just 2 of the same names for the same place.
Nope.
Oh my god, whoa. Okay, well, oh wow, alright. Continue.
What were we talking about?
An actual, like, physical gift that you received that you remember.
Well, I'm a very technological person. So I remember getting my first cell phone. And
Describe it.
it was...
I forgot.
It was not a flip phone.
Was it touch?
No, it was
No.
shortly before that.
Alright.
But, because I got my cell phone later in life. Like,
Wait,
when did you
well-
get your cell phone?
I would have been... Well, like, year or age?
Age.
Age, I would have probably been... I still in elementary. How old would I be in grade 8?
You're asking the wrong person. I don't know.
You know?
Like, generally...
Maybe 13?
Okay, yeah.
14?
See, I got mine in high school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Because I remember the
As
only
like
reason...
elementary school grad gift.
I think the only reason why I got one is because I always hung outside a lot with, like, my friends, so they were just worried that, like, I don't know, like, bad things happen. So,
Yeah.
like, they just wanted me to have it for emergency reasons. And it wasn't, like, one where I could text friends or anything.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just...
literally, I had $20 on it, and I would just do it to communicate with my parents. I'd be like, all right, come home for dinner, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I had no of my other friends had cell phones, so I had nobody to text, so it was literally just to talk to my parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, like... mine was kind of the same situation, but I got it near high school. And... Yeah. I don't know what...
Well, like, what kind of phone was it? If it wasn't
yeah.
a flip phone.
It was like BlackBerry style. So with the
so,
screen
like,
on top
had
and the
full-
keyboard
Oh,
on the bottom.
I kind of remember those.
And then I left it in a taxi.
Oh, you lost it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
A while after, like not just like.
Oh, I thought you meant like
days.
immediately after you lost it.
No. And then I got my mom's BlackBerry and then a flip phone because I was in the process of getting a touch screen phone.
Sorry, when you said you lost your phone, it just sparked a memory of... I remember burying my phone in a pile of rocks at the elementary school.
Because...
I was scared somebody was going to take it if I set it down on, like, a bench. So... And, like, I didn't want it in my pockets, because if I was playing on the jungle gym or whatever, I don't want it falling out and, like, breaking. So I remember... Like, the playground had, like, those little tiny rocks. So I dug a little hole, I put my phone underneath, and I buried it. But then I forgot that I buried it, and I went home. And I remember the next day, I'm like, oh, I don't know where my phone is. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I buried it. And so that morning, I went back to the playground and dug my phone back up.
Wow.
I know. Like, I'm such a dumb kid. Like, why would I do that?
See, my phone slipped out of my pocket.
Yeah, so like an accidental thing.
Yeah,
but I did mine on very clearly on purpose. Why would I bury my phone?
I don't know.
And I remember I did that 3 times. I didn't bury them every time, but I always hid them in the play structure because I was so scared that it was gonna fall and shatter. I'm dumb.
See, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't know, because the kid could have just, like, stomped on it, and that would have been anyway.
Anything.
I mean, like, under the rocks, the kid could have just been like, boom, done.
Like, honestly, if we went there right now, I could point exactly where I put it. Because I remember it so vividly.
Imagine if you just, like, dug under and there was a phone
And there's one of my other old phones that I lost in there. Jeez.
Yeah, no, like, I... love technology. So when I got my phone, I was very...
I think that's why I like the Wowie
happy.
Robot so much. Because like that was like an actual, oh my god, I have a robot.
And now like I'm like addicted to social media.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
How often are you on it a day?
Okay, now, long enough.
How about let's say, how often are you posting a day?
Well,
or do you just
I don't use Twitter as much, but when I get in the groove of Twitter,
then you're kind of
as an
addicted
example,
for a little bit.
I made my Twitter account and just a new one because my old one, I know there's ways that you can change your username and all that kind of stuff, but I just made a new one because it's under my new email now, and I sent like 250 tweets in less than a week.
Whoa! My god. I don't even have Twitter. What would you tweet?
It's close to that. It's literally just whether it's people that I'm following or just random stuff that I'm saying. I would like reply to people.
But it's you saying things.
Yeah, it's not me copying and pasting.
Or like liking quotes. Or anything like that. Like it's
there are a couple like retweeted ones, which I don't know if you know how retweets work, but retweets is like taking someone's tweet and
saying it again.
Retweeting,
it's like sharing.
Yeah. So it would go onto your feed and count as a tweet of your own. So there's a few of those in there, but overall close to probably. Actually, I can check right now. It's probably not as much as. I know on my old one I had like 2,500 tweets.
Wow.
So I don't know why I really got rid of it, but...
That's wild. Because that's so strange, because I love... Like, I'm with you. I like technology. We work in an electronics store. Like, obviously we care about it, like, technology in some way.
Yeah.
But I never fell into the social media stuff very... Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I have Facebook, but I just look at like all the things that when I scroll, it's just different companies and stuff that I've liked, and they're usually gaming related or gaming forums or news articles or anti-Trump things, like just like weird little things like that. But
you're not allowed to talk about the government on the internet.
Can you not?
Well, it's because people have opinions.
Oh well, whatever. Whatever, I don't care. I don't like Trump. We're Canadian.
Whatever. But yeah, no, most of the people that I follow are reality TV people.
Yeah, well, you like that stuff.
So like castaways from Survivor that I liked on the show, and Big Brother house guests, and then the hosts generally, unless I don't like them.
There's hosts?
I mean, like Jeff Probst or...
Oh, I thought you meant in
Julie
Big Brother
Chen.
there's hosts, but I'm like, there's only the one girl.
Yeah.
Is she still in it? Like, is that still the same lady?
Julie Chen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Has it been her the whole time?
It's been her the whole time, and there was a lot of drama recently, but she's still the host.
Oh. Is she in charge of both Canadian and American one?
No.
No? Who's the Canadian one?
Arissa Cox.
Do you think she's made fun of that name?
C-O-X.
Okay. You thinking if you're in elementary, that's gonna stop you?
No.
Yeah.
But, no, I like her as a host.
I was thinking... I'm not gonna say the first name, but... Actually, I'll make
What,
up...
Arissa?
No, there was a kid in my elementary school. I won't say her full name, but let's say her last name was... Let's say it was Ham. That's not actually what her last name was, but it was it was based on a meat product. Everybody made fun of her because it was a meat product. She's like, "Oh, I sure smell the ham coming." I'm like dumb.
What? That's pretty dumb, yeah.
Don't call me dumb. I didn't do it.
Yeah, no, no.
She's really successful now.
Okay, so really it's in their face, right? That's,
Yeah. Yeah, all the other ones they work at stupid stores.
Stupid story? Okay, yeah.
I guess I'm not doing much better.
Yeah, we're working retail.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, was there anything else Christmas time related that you wanted to talk about?
No, because the last, 15 minutes was, I think, just social media and technology.
Oh, it's because of your phone.
Well, yeah. I guess because it was a gift.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I actually want to get back on that.
Oh.
So, what about social media, appeals to you?
I honestly have no idea.
Don't really know? It's just kind of like something you do?
Because it's the thing as well is that I, watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of YouTubers and personalities on there, so maybe it's just...
Maybe it's just, seeing different people?
Maybe. Maybe that's why, I don't know.
I'm trying to think why I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
why
something
you're not into it and why I'm into it.
I think the reason why I'm not into it is because, kind of relating back to that other story that I was talking about, is where I've kind of grown up with older people. I was always told I was very mature for my age.
Okay.
Which would make sense, because every Christmas I'm sitting around 28 and plus year olds, I'm obviously not going to be acting like a kid. I'm going to be acting a little bit more mature. And so even at school, all the teachers would, during the parent-teachers conference, they'd be like, "Oh, your kid's so mature, he's very helpful and polite, and he always says, 'Yes, ma'am, thank you, sir,' blah, blah, blah." And I think when social media kind of started, which was grade 7 and 8 for me, everybody else is doing it, but since I didn't really relate to them, even when I was a kid, I'm like, wow, you're really acting like a child. And I felt like I was older than them, even though we were literally the same age. Half the time I was younger. But they seemed younger than me.
Yeah.
The way they would act. And so when they were, "Oh my god, I can't believe Bobby Flay, whatever, just like this." And then,
Bobby Flay.
I didn't want to say any student's name, and that was the first name that came to mind.
Wow, Bobby Flay went to your school?
And they were so "Oh my god, did you see that James over there just liked me on that?" I'm like, wow.
I'm not that bad.
But that was my
that
first
was your
encounter to
experience,
that.
and you're like, oh.
And so when I got Facebook, I would just repost funny YouTube videos and stuff like that. I would say ahead of my time. Because now when I go on Facebook, everybody's just reblog, retweet, repost, whatever, and just other people's videos.
Yeah.
I was a trend starter.
Sure. I guess you want.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's why I never cared, is because I didn't want to be like the other people I saw.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, what they were doing was childish, so it kind of tainted that for me.
Yeah.
And so even some of my family members that are like my age. They're so involved in Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. And I remember last Christmas, 2 of them weren't talking to each other because one of their friends liked one of their posts, but she didn't like the other person's post. And they were the same post, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I can't believe that bitch just liked your thing. I'm like, who cares? We're sitting at, like, my grandma's table, and you're cussing in front of her about Instagram. She could not care less. I don't care. Just shut up, eat your turkey, and be thankful that... sorry, I'm ranting.
It's like you're just getting more angry as you go. Yeah, no, see, I still was around the people that would be, like, shocked that 5 people like their post and I don't really care too much about that. I think it was just more... I don't know, because I don't really care for attention either. So it's a very weird thing, but I'm into it enough where I'm just
that we made
sharing
an internet
stuff.
show.
And yeah.
That we're literally talking about our personal feelings online.
Yeah, pretty much. But maybe it's because I like being social too. I mean, that's not always the case with my anxiety and blah, blah, blah. But I think I like being social, which is why I jump onto something like a show like Survivor and Big Brother.
And honestly, like, for me, that's why I did this, like, podcast and this whole YouTube thing that we're trying to start here, is I've always wanted to kind of be, not normal, but, like, in the times of, like, what other people seem to be doing. And there is no way I'd be able to do it on my own. Because I'd feel too flustered or panicked or overwhelmed. So, like, if you didn't have... I would say it was kind of your idea to start this. I don't know how it started. It just kind of happened.
Well, I think I was telling you one time, I was like, oh yeah, it'd be cool to do a gaming podcast.
Yeah. I honestly don't even remember how it started. It's just like we had plans, and we're like, yeah, we'll record.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whoa. I'm just trying to think how it got started. I have no idea.
One day...
Pretty sure it was you.
You just came to the warehouse, and I was just like, hey, so we're both into games. Do you want to do a gaming podcast? And you're like, sure, why not?
I think that does sound kind of how it started. And honestly, this was
that
only
I wanted to get into anyway, but I was like, I don't really want to do it myself, because what am I going to do talking in front of Mike by myself? Huh. It would just be more awkward pauses than there already is.
Yeah, there's no awkward pauses.
No,
ever.
not really.
Well, not that they can hear.
It's just a lot of pauses from us thinking about what we're going to say.
Yeah.
So I like to process everything that I'm saying.
Well, and we're locked eyes for, like, now over an hour. So, like, this is a real conversation that we're recording.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people are like, why are you not looking at me anymore? As soon as I said that, you completely looked away.
Very interesting.
Yeah. You should open your gift.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Speaking of gifts and stuff, I think I actually know what it is.
Do you actually?
By holding it.
What do you think it is? Actually, don't even say it, because maybe my face will give something away. You can whisper to the mic. I'm going to plug my ears what you think it is. Just gonna keep sitting over here.
If you guys can hear me.
I don't know when I should lift my ears open. Oh, he's laughing.
You're commentating on everything.
Do you want me to shut up? Okay, sorry.
Pokemon cards.
Can I?
Yeah, yeah, you're good. I don't even know over the...
Well, I didn't want to hear your words.
Okay, let's see.
I get nice and close to the mic.
Oh, was I right? Oh, I was.
Oh, you were right? That's what you thought it was?
Yep.
Because
I can feel...
What is it, Matt?
It's Pokemon cards.
Whoa!
Oh, my voice cracked.
But yeah, because we went shopping, and I was kind of lightly drilling you on things that... Because we were trying to shop for, like, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And during that time, I kept asking you questions. I'm like, oh, do you like blah, blah, blah? And this was one of the things. I think we were going into chapters. And I'm like, oh, did you ever play Pokemon cards?
And I was like, oh, yeah.
And you're like, yeah, but they all got stolen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I could just buy him a whole starter deck. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good start. I mean, I did have a shiny Charizard, which I wish I still had, but
Can't find that anywhere.
nope, probably sold on eBay for $10,000.
Yeah, one of those super rare ones.
Yep, that's how it goes. Well, let's see.
Yeah, what are all the sick cards?
Well, I guess I probably have to open it. It probably won't say on here.
Do it, open it.
Let's see.
Because I don't know, like, if they come in, like, those... So, my actual first plan was going to give you a whole bunch of those, like, booster packs. Because I'm sure you remember opening those little tinfoil packs. But I'm like, that's lame, because you don't have any of the stuff to actually play the game. And I don't know about the viewers. I'm a nerd. And I have a pretty large Pokemon card collection that me and my girlfriend actually play against each other.
Like the actual Pokemon, or like the way Pokemon is supposed to be played?
Like with these cards, we play it properly, yeah.
Okay, because the way I would do it with my friends is, because it was too complex.
You'd have Charizard, and you'd be like, I win!
Well, no, we'd throw it down, and we'd do it like in a Pokemon game. So we wouldn't use like the energy cards that you'd get, and we would just...
Oh, you just used the move?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we would just count. So he was like, okay, I got you.
I did 30 damage, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
See, that's lame.
But then there was this one time, I was with one of my friends from elementary school, and I don't know how this game worked. But like, because I think I had a coin just like this.
Oh, yeah. Did he steal it?
And no.
Okay, because you have a history
he did not steal anything.
You have a history of people stealing your things.
But we would, before we did a battle, it would almost be like...
like a Pokemon battle?
Yeah.
Like a fight?
Yeah, before we did a Pokemon battle, we would... Because he had a treadmill at his house. His dad had a treadmill. You're probably wondering where this is going.
Yeah, whoa.
So we would put cards... Because me and him together had a whole bunch of cards. We'd put cards together, we'd put it on the lowest setting, and we'd throw the coin, and whatever the coin landed on is the Pokemon you got. And then we'd keep doing that until you got 6 Pokemon.
Whoa.
So it'd be like a randomizer.
So, like, the treadmill's moving.
Yeah, the treadmill's moving.
But wouldn't the cards just shoot off?
Oh, yeah, they eventually did, but it's on, like, the walking setting. So it gave us enough...
pretty slow.
It gave us enough time to, like, throw our coins a bit.
And see where it landed.
And then we'd have a random party of Pokemon cards.
That's so funny. I love that. But I like these stories. Like, kids think of weird things to do all the time.
And then we did it one time where we fought against the Pokemon League.
Oh, to kind of maybe give the viewers a little bit of an explanation.
Yeah, you probably have to do that while I carefully...
Here you go. So the pack of cards that I got him, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Lightning Dog. I thought it was Raikou.
Raikou.
I don't know what generation he's from. I think it's 2, right?
Yeah, 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah.
So it was a starter deck with, I think, all electric and normal type Pokemon. So maybe we'll put up a picture. There. There's more editing work for us.
Yeah, just give us more work, Ryan.
We'll just take a picture.
Or Google.
Or Google. Yeah, we'll
is
find
a useful source of this. Interesting, because before they would just come in the box. Normally they didn't have a pack. It's literally like a deck of cards.
Oh, no, yeah, that's why I bought this one.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
These are, I guess they're called starter decks, which they come with, like, energy,
It's been a while since I bought Pokemon cards. But yeah, see, you were saying, like, you are, like, a nerd.
Yes,
or a geek, I don't know how you...
Nerd. No,
nerd
I'm both, whatever.
Whatever works, whatever fits. Because,
Is that offensive? Do you find those words offensive still?
I don't care.
Like, if some dude came up to me and actually called me a nerd, I'm like, well, yeah, everybody's a nerd. Like, you can be a football nerd, you can be a science nerd, you can be a space nerd. Like, I think nerd is just when you...
Nerd is just when you are passionate about something. Like, I'd be like, obviously, a game nerd, and like a reality TV nerd.
Yeah. Geek. That's one word. I think it's kind of weird. What does that apply to?
I think is... like
just ugly people.
I think just like
or scrawny.
They are academically smart. I think is what a geek is. While a nerd is somebody that
nerdy.
Yeah. I think that's how it works. But yeah, see, I am like, I wouldn't consider myself a closet nerd because I am still out there with my nerdiness, and I play a lot of games, and
spraying my nerd everywhere.
Jesus. But if you know me in person, no.
What was that?
That's a pop-up that my computer has now.
Ignore that.
Don't worry about it, Ryan.
Well, I saw you, like, your eyes opened up. You're like, uh-oh. And then you closed it.
Pop-ups just show up all the time.
You closed it before I could really see what it was.
Good.
So I was curious.
No, but
what were you talking about?
just that I'm like
nerdy.
a potential that I'm like a potentially closeted nerd because don't always wear like the say Fallout sweaters and stuff like that. Not as a negative.
What's wrong with Fallout sweaters?
No, nothing's wrong with Fallout sweaters. But if you
did
see
you notice
me in
I'm
person,
wearing Fallout socks
actually,
as well?
I did not.
Yeah, I can't really show you.
But if you were to see me in person, whoa, you just hit the. Oh,
yeah.
okay, Mentats.
Yeah.
But if you were to see me in person, you'd probably think of me more as like a surfer dude.
Oh, okay.
Because I always wear, well, in the summer I'm tank top, shorts, and I have long hair now.
Well, and you have like, I was going to say tribal tattoos. You have tropical tattoos.
Tropical, like a
pineapple?
No, palm tree. I have a palm tree tattoo. Like, I'm what you would probably consider the stereotypical Canadian surfer. If there's a Canadian surfer, no, I know there is, but
well,
a Saskatchewan surfer is kind of hard to come by.
What would be? You'd be like snowboarding. That would be a Canadian surfer.
I guess so. Yeah. Wow, I'm dumb now.
It's just cold water.
Yeah. But, like, the look is the stereotypical surfer, but behind closed doors.
It sounds so weird.
Behind closed doors, I nerd hard.
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of aura I give out to people. Like, I'm sure if I'm wearing things like this,
yeah, they're like,
some people might catch on. What a loser! No, I'm sure some people catch on. Like, not every. Like, I wore this.
Wearing a giant Fallout. Fallout shirt.
But I wore this to one of my university classes, and they were like, "Oh, what is it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just a video game, a Christmas sweater." It's like, oh, they were like, "I just thought it was a Christmas sweater." So I'm like, I think some people just like, if you know what it is, you yourself is that. That makes sense.
You
like yourself. Okay, let me re-clarify that. If you can recognize somebody wearing gaming apparel, then you clearly know what that is. So then you yourself are also a nerd. So then you can't really judge.
I guess so.
Because like if I'm walking around wearing this, which is Fallout,
but I can be aware of Fallout without.
No.
Like if I shop at Best Buy a lot, and I see Fallout, but I hate video games, I can still be aware that.
But then
Fallout's
why would you be seeing Fallout so much?
Because they're shopping at Best Buy.
But then that means you're going to like the gaming area.
Oh, you walk past there. I think we're complicating this way too much.
I don't know. Because like I don't know. I feel like you always see the things that you're attracted to.
I guess so.
So, like for you, you're really into Survivor, Big Brother, that kind of stuff. I could go a year without seeing anything Survivor related.
Yeah, no. See, I have to watch Big Brother UK, Survivor,
but then
Survivor
for you,
Australia.
You could probably instantly see different people maybe wearing Survivor merchandise, or maybe they look visually similar to a Survivor guy or something like that.
Saw a guy that looked like, because I showed you who he was, Joe Anglem.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Malcolm, but yeah, you're right. Joe.
Yeah. So I saw a guy.
Were they in the same season?
Because
for some reason I'm thinking that they were like an alliance together, and then they both played like immunities with each other. I thought it was like pretty sick. No. Yeah, just dreamt it.
I guess to some people that might be a dream alliance.
Anybody's dream.
I guess so. Although a lot of people don't like Joe Anglem because he's not a very strategical player.
But didn't he get far?
He got far by winning comps.
Yeah, so there you go.
See, that's my defense against people who don't like him, is that he won a lot of This is going into a very left field
No, this is
conversation. But
well, maybe not to everybody, but for me it's
yeah,
interesting.
no, everyone's a go reality TV by it.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, so he was very good at competitions.
Athletics, yeah.
Yeah, so he would win all the time, and then obviously you win enough, and they're like, okay, he needs to go.
But
he didn't really have a social game. Or no, he didn't have a strategical game on how to convince people not to vote for him.
I guess, but...
In which he had to win every comp or else he would go.
Yeah, I guess.
Or challenge. But I'm still okay with him as a person. The player needs improvement, I guess, but...
It's like one of those like after game like reviews. Yeah, this player really needs to change his strategies if he's on like I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
like
about.
on like TSN or something,
Yeah.
like the sportscasters.
But see, I like him, so
Cause like, is there? I don't know. I feel like it's kind of judging anybody to be like, oh, he didn't play a good blah 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 kind of game. Because like not everybody can be good at everything.
That's why I also want to
You broke it.
play Survivor.
Yeah.
That's why I also want to play Survivors, because I sit on the couch and I'm like, oh, that person played a bad game.
Yeah. So now once you're there, you can be like,
why
oh my
don't
God.
I just play the game and then say?
I feel like they should play.
And then do what I say I should have done. That yeah.
But then that's the thing. You're also only seeing, like when you're watching the show, specific things that they want you to see. So
Yeah.
they could probably frame people to be like the villain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but when you're actually there like 24 hours a day,
I feel it would be a way different.
I think your
experience.
brain, it will just fry, basically, like constantly thinking about strategies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're bound to make mistakes.
Oh yeah, no, I don't expect.
There could be like a glaring, this dude is gunning for you, and like it might be super obvious, like if you're in the right mindset.
Yeah, like if I'm watching.
But if you're there and you're hungry and you're tired and bugs are crawling on you and stuff like that, like you're not gonna. You have other things on your mind.
Yep.
This Christmas podcast really derailed to Survivor like strategy. Anyways, open your Pokemon cards.
Oh yes,
because I kind of want to see what dudes you got.
Okay.
They won't be able to see it, but
no,
I'll just.
We're just gonna be like, whoa,
yeah.
wow.
You got the Biblio. I don't know. I don't know many Pokemon names, but
I'm sure Biblio is a.
Okay, good. You did get energy.
I do have lots of electrical energy.
Good. Because electrical energy can be used for electrical type Pokemon, electrical type moves, or even just normal Pokemon.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm going to have to teach you how to play this.
Kylie. Or is this supposed to be like Kylie?
I have no idea. Should we stop? Or like...
Oh, sure, we can end the podcast.
Okay.
We're gonna cut here.
Yeah, because we're just gonna be looking at these Pokemon cards, like,
ooh, and then they're just gonna
it's
be
gonna be
God.
silence for 20 minutes.
So yeah, we're gonna cut here.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to our little Christmas podcast. Hopefully it was interesting. I know for some of the other podcasts,
a little bit of everything, a little bit of gaming, a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of
maybe
reality TV.
And if you wanted to know a little bit more about us, whether you're friends or just strangers that are clicking on us because we seem interesting, maybe you've learned a little bit more about two Canadians up here in Canada.
Two Canadians up here, eh?
You douche. Whoa, okay, hold on. I got a challenge for you before we go. Can you do a Canadian accent, but then mix it with like kind of the New York accent?
No, we can't do two accents at the same time.
Like, do the Canadian accent, but be really mean and say you douche at the end.
Oh, come on, you douche canoe, eh?
Okay, thank you.
I have to add the A just to make everyone like, oh man, you're just such a douche canoe.
A douche canoe?
Yeah, douche canoe.
I've never heard of a Canadian say a canoe. Oh, should we end?
Sure.
Okay, no, quickly before, so people aren't like left dangling on what was he gonna say.
It's like, done.
Have you heard of somebody saying, what's like kangaroo? Like I gotta put on a kangaroo?
They gotta put on a kangaroo? No.
Yeah. No? Oh, weird, because that's really common in my house. And that's a sweater that has like the pouch pocket.
Oh.
And everybody like calls
That's
that a
a
kangaroo,
kangaroo?
because like it has the stomach pouch.
So I just call it a bunny hug, which is also exclusive to Saskatchewan.
And that's also that's a Saskatchewan thing.
That's just Saskatchewan.
Oh, whoa. Really? Well, what do they call them in other places
Hoodies.
then? Hoodies? Then what's the one with the zipper? Because I call those hoodies.
Sweaters.
That's backwards. Okay, should we...
It is.
Okay, well... Thank you guys for listening, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Diwali. Happy...
Is that all at the same time?
Happy Jewsmas.
Ooh, it's how.
Merry Christmas.